Supernatural Stories Engkanto Part 2. I felt very afraid seeing my fingertips swollen red again. Just what is happening? I thought that I am already forgiven as I already asked for forgiveness. But why is my fingertips swollen again? I looked into the mirror and small rashes slowly appeared in my face and my neck down to my feet. Just what is this? My mom brought me again to the faith healer, and thankfully I am healed. But strange things began to happen, especially in my surroundings. The doppelganger. One day, I am watching television down in our living room, when suddenly I heard my mom was calling me. I followed the sound of her voice at the back of our house. I saw her holding an empty bucket. She is going to the well to fetch some water. I remember she is wearing her blue short and white sleeveless blouse. I keep on calling her, but she won't listen at all. Instead, she continued to walk, just wondering why she called me, but now she won't mind at all. I followed her, but I heard her voice again, calling me, but this time the sound is on the front of our house. I wanted to follow the path to the well, but my mom's voice sounds very angry. So I went back inside the house and went to the front. And there she is. She is at our vegetable store, arranging some carrots and bananas. She scolded me because she was calling me, but I did not ever answer her. She wanted me to help. I asked her, "What are you doing in here?" "I just saw you at the back going to fetch some water," I asked. "Are you crazy? How will I go to the back while I'm here at the front?" My mom scolded me because she thought that I was making an excuse not to help her. I looked at what she wore. It's a yellow dress. How come? I asked myself. That until now I still don't know the real answer. I'm very awake at that time, and it is in my right mind. But who is that woman who looks exactly like my mom? Well, I didn't see her face but only the back of her, and the clothes she's wearing are the same as my mom. Just thinking, what if I followed? What will happen? Thankfully, I still have a guardian angel in me. Some say it's a doppelganger of my mom, but it's not a human doppelganger. Just who really they are. The unknown. The White Lady. This is not my experience. It's my cousin when she was young too. This is during my supernatural days also. She was crying because my aunt scolded her. She ran into the back, and the back of our house is dark and no light. Our house before is an old one, the house of my grandparents, but now it was already sold. She is crying while throwing some firewoods, but was very shocked when she saw a white lady with no face passing in front of her. She did not see the feet. It was just floating. She stopped crying and couldn't utter a single word. When finally she was able to speak, we went to the back of her house, and there she is. My cousin is shouting and is very afraid. My aunt gave her a glass of water to calm down, but she kept on saying she saw a white lady. The back of my hair will still stand up and tingle whenever I remember that incident. What do you think? Is it really a white lady? Or just a light passing by? A floating light? Who knows? I cannot answer as I didn't see it with my own eyes. And let's proceed to the dancing creatures. One day, my grandfather told me to sleep early as they are back. I asked him, "Who?" And he replied, "The dancing creatures. They are very noisy and are dancing at the stairs." All I can say during that time is, "Huh? Just what he is talking about. A dancing creature?" My grandfather added that they are very tiny and small and not visible to the human eyes. You can only see small lights. I wanted to ask him, "Did you see how small they are?" But I was not able as I couldn't believe him during that time. What about you? Do you believe? Is there a creature like that? And a dancing one? So during that time, I will sleep early, but my room has no light and is very dark. I will just pray and close my eyes. I was very afraid that my fingertips will be swollen any time at the moment. Party at the comfort room. We are not rich, so our comfort room is outside our house. We called it a common comfort room as many shared in using it. We are three houses and three families using the same comfort room, and the light was off, and I don't know why they didn't buy a new one. I'll make sure not to pee at night. That's why I sleep early in order to wake up early too, because I am afraid to go outside. My aunt told me about her experience. She was inside the comfort room when she heard loud voices and music. She just thinks that maybe there is a disco or party in our neighborhood. But when she went out, it was very quiet. No music to be heard. Much more, there are no voices. She went inside again in the comfort room. And there, it's very noisy. Music and voices can be heard. Then she said, "Really? A party here in the comfort room?" She went again and it's very quiet. All the neighbors are already sleeping. She went inside the comfort room for the last time. Then again, party music can be heard and loud voices. So since then, my aunt has finally bought a light. The twin. The swollen of my fingertips always come and go. So my mom consulted another faith healer for a second opinion. When at last she found one and brought me there, this faith healer uses a small golden crystal ball. After checking up with me using his crystal ball, he concluded that I have a twin, a fairy twin to be exact. My mom asked, "How can you say that?" He answered, "She is upside down inside my crystal ball. If a person is upside down, that means she has a twin, and a known twin that will do all his best to get her and bring her to the world." While listening to the faith healer, I just can't believe and accept it. At first I offended them, now I got a twin? Don't you think it's ridiculous? And to be continued. Thank you for listening, everyone. If you want to hear more about this story, please hit the subscribe button.